Guys, we're here for another great patient interview testimonial. This is Shannon, and she's been a patient of mine. She's a return patient, so this should be really cool. So, do you remember? First time, what brought you in?
It was my hip. So I was having trouble with my hip, getting in and out of my car all the time from work. I was starting to use my pant leg to pull my leg in the car, and then it was funny trying to think back what you did to help, because whatever it did, it went away and it was great. So then I felt fantastic.
This has been something with Shannon. Yes, piriformis in the hip. That's Shannon's a hard worker. She's a go-getter. And I know we did a lot of trigger points. Just remember the piriformis and the low back. That's when it goes to hip, neck, and pawn, and that's what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And you're still young, darn it.
Yeah, no.
But can you imagine not being able to lift your leg out of the car?
Yeah, it was bad. It got really, really bad, and it affected me every day. So it was so nice to come in here and literally, it went out of my mind until we were talking about this, because that's how great I healed, and then it just kind of set me on that path of taking better care of myself. You know. Good. God blesses you with being able-bodied, and you can't take it for granted. You have to, but you have to work at it. You can't just, expect yourself to wake up healthy. You have to do these things to do it. To make
and
it
sometimes
feel
better. And you bring up a great point. And sometimes it's like a domino effect. When something goes wrong, you want to work out or do stuff, but the pain doesn't do it. Right. And so a lot of times, just getting people on the right track can be the motivation they need to
get back to it.
Steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're darn right.
Absolutely.
And that's some of these patients like Shannon is such a good patient, is the recognition that it's ultimately you taking responsibility for your health and doing it.
Absolutely.
What about the second time you came back? What was main?
Then my neck and back, and I think it's just I sit a lot and I'm in the car a lot, and I'm doing this a lot, looking at a computer all day, and then you don't realize how you're sitting, or my stress. I have a pretty high stress job, so I feel like my shoulders are at my ears probably a lot. So just sit and, think about what I need to do better, and then I come in here and
It's been neat because you're positive. It's nice having you in the clinic.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
back at you. I come here because of that, because you're so happy, and your staff is the same way. So you walk in the door, everyone says, "Hi, Shannon." It's a nice office to walk into. You're always a happy person, and makes you feel so welcome. And I love that.
I appreciate that because you also work with people too, and you know how important relationships are in your industry and what you do. What are some of the things you can kind of hit on to give them advice? Like, hey, these are the things you would really want to make sure you do as you get some young minds here. Give us some good stuff, Shannon.
I think attitude's huge. Walking into happy people is great. Cleanliness, of course, in an office.
Amen. Great. You're not the first one to speak on that.
That's a huge thing, especially being something like this. I think not gossiping. I think that's a pet peeve of mine, where I go somewhere, and because you tend to, when you work somewhere like this, you'll have young people incoming, going to school, doing this as well, working here, and then sometimes you'll get that talk about things, and it may not be appropriate time for it, and I've never come into that in your office.
Excellent.
It's always, but I do notice it when I go other places, and you'll go to check out and you'll hear someone talking about someone. I'm like, well, that's going to be me when I walk out the door. So then it makes me not want to go back there. So when you come in here, positive environment, happy. What you're talking about is professional, and I don't mean not having fun. That's not that case at all.
No.
It's just, talking about the right
thing. But you just said,
so,
every time I do this, everyone brings up something that I've been teaching the students, but really hits on it. And you guys, and basically staff culture, guys. It's so important to be intentional about setting up a culture and making sure you define that culture of that we don't want to gossip.
Right.
And don't you love that? It's like, you hit something so, I was kind of laughing. It's like, so they may be talking about someone else, but you just hit something like, when they walk away, could they potentially be doing that to me?
Yeah.
And you never want anybody.
You never want to feel like that.
And that's why you should never happen, is because people put two and two together.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like, oh, great, what were they?
Absolutely.
That is so, so glad you hit on that.
Yeah, no, it's a big thing. I mean, in what we do too, you look on people's social media and you kind of see what kind of people they are and what they talk about, and see if they're positive people and healthy attitudes, and
By the way, no one's ever brought this. You guys, if you're hiring, go on Facebook, check out.
See what they say. Yeah, if they're talking about people or they're very negative, that's what they're going to bring to your office.
Amen. Amen. And everyone interviews great, but they don't. Wow.
Yep.
You never know what these are going to turn into, but I cannot thank you enough for really kind of hitting on that. And,
absolutely.
And what you, Is there anything you can see that we've done that helps you to maybe look at chiropractic as more as this isn't something I'm going to do just so I'm feeling good, but maintaining it
To keep
as you
going.
do?
Yeah.
Is there anything we've done that you can kind of give?
I think on a couple different ends of that, the walk-in hours I think are priceless.
Awesome.
I think it's unbelievable because as much as you want to make an appointment for yourself, and you really should treat yourself like an appointment, it's hard to do. It's easier said than done. So when you guys have these open hours that you can come and go, it's wonderful.
Good.
And then on the flip side of that, the care part of it is just these simple 10-minute appointments with you. I mean, it just gives you those endorphins, makes you feel good, makes you want to go do other things. You get in that kind of environment where you deal with symptoms, you deal with pain, you deal with this, and then when you see what it's like to not have
be in
it,
pain,
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And how that affects everything. It affects you doing better at your job, better wife, better life, more active, and just so you're not repeating a cycle of just dealing. Yeah.
So if you guys can capture that, like if you've got people that you your patients that are, I know the patients will give stuff to do, and so they may not do it, and I still make sure I do that as my responsibility. Mm-hmm. But if you have a patient in front of you who works out, stays healthier, make sure you encourage them, because we may have been, like you said, the person who finally got them over the hump, and now they're ready to do that.
Yeah.
And be encouraging. Be encouraging.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely. And you don't know how bad you feel until it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And then you guys, you walk in and you're asking, how's your pain level? And I'm like, I haven't even thought about it. It's zero. I haven't even thought about it. So when that's the case, instead of I'm just making it through a day, instead of I haven't thought twice about it, and skipping in that office door just to keep feeling good, it's pretty great. I'm feeling miserable.
Encourage your patients in their wellness, and even reminding them, wow, I'm really not. That's when I know patients get better, when they're like, I didn't even think about it today
at all.
And that's
until you guys ask, and I'm like, you know what, I feel great, and it doesn't take much to do that.
Yeah,
that's the best part.
Once you feel, and you've been, I can't thank you enough, Shannon.
This
is awesome, and you guys, we'll see you on the next one, and these are awesome.